hot. So it's Friday, March 28th here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So 54 is in the garage. You can probably hear behind me I have the torpedo running. Let that heater run a little bit this morning. I ran it last night for a while. I want to make sure the truck is dry underneath completely. I looked underneath and all my undercoat looks pretty good. Shut that heater off. If you can notice, the radiator is put in there at an angle. You know, when I'm building things, I wanted to make the stock radiator and the stock radiator hoses fit. So first thing I did was basically cut everything out of the front. And then I built a piece of frame below to set the radiator on, using a lot of the original rubber and brackets and stuff that I cut off of the frame that I took out. I saved all the rubbers, and you can obviously see I made some of the brackets, but by having that radiator at that slight angle, I'm able to fit a stock radiator, which saved me several $100, or maybe a few if I bought the aluminum. But I'd rather have the stock radiator. I could drag this truck up, say up, anywhere, and have a hose blow and call Napa and get one. You know what I'm saying? So I like it that way. Everything's stock. No problem finding parts. Whereas if everything was custom, I'd have to call a custom place to get a replacement. Even hoses sometimes. Made my own radiator. I took a fan out of just a Honda or something, and I made brackets and mounted that just like you do with the aftermarket fans, electric. And it works out well. There wasn't any way to get the fan to work because the radiator is actually down that low. But it's high enough that it doesn't get any air bubbles in the system. So it's doing good. Heater hoses run back into the heater box. All works good. Everything's stock, except for my modified air filter. I know. It's a little bit goofy, but I like it. So this is all dry. I started working on the brass yesterday. This is that brass nosing I was telling you about. Let me close the hood. Uh-oh. Look, he's in the truck. Oh, uh-oh, she's in the truck. All right, already. So, I gotta do something with her. Oh, hold on 1 minute. She doesn't get away. She wants to play. If she don't get away, she's gonna take a fit. Now, you be a good girl. So, what I was saying about the brass is it doesn't. This visor has a bit of an arc to it, so I have to push it up. And then it kind of puckers here. So I would have to put a relief cut and overlap a little bit. I got to take this off to do the work. I just wanted to see what it was going to look like. I can also see already that I'm going to have to put something behind it as a backer, or it's going to do this going up the road. So I'm going to have to weld a flat piece on the front of this, and then put this over the flat piece with the brass screws. So I'm going to be taking the visor off, and that's not today. I just wanted to kind of get an idea what it was going to look like, if it was worth even taking it off. And I think it is. I think it's going to look good, that brass nosing. So the 2001 is up on the trailer, and this one's going to get a bath. And I mean a bath. It's going to get soapy water, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to clean it up. Starting to get some areas I can see. Look right here, it's getting rusty. See it? Where the undercoat's popped off. Look. That all needs attention. These are the original bumpers, guys. And they're all still intact, and I want to keep them that way. Original rocker panels. Look. I've cleaned so many leaves out of there to keep that from rotting out. Big dent where I ran into some rocks. But it's all original metal. Bent or not, it's all original, it's all there. But I'm seeing some rust on the fuel lines underneath too. That's starting now. My undercoat's starting to peel a little bit in certain areas, which means it needs a good soapy cleanup and another application. I got a whole 5-gallon bucket of undercoat, so I got plenty that I found from my friend. Thank God. He's always looking out for me. Things that people would throw away, and that bucket would cost me $145. So all original sheet metal, guys. All the rocker panels, you can see, scratched the hell out of it. It's all got to get touched up. I think I might I may possibly order some panels for this. I don't know. I mean, the parts are so cheap. I could get the fenders, the door skins, everything for under $2,000. But the bed itself, I don't know. I think I'd rather have a step-side bed. I had thought about trying to find a step-side bed. And there are places that do, like you can put a box on the back for tools, and they still have a bunch of old beds. See them advertised on Marketplace. But I'd like to put a step-side bed on this, just because I'm a step-side kind of guy. So what's going on here, Rusty, Rhode Island, guys? Oh, guess what? I got so damn energetic. Look at all that metal up in that trailer, man. All went in the trailer yesterday. You can see I put my fish hook on. That Agway, oh man. What I gotta tell you about this. So this was my grandfather's rototiller. And I hate to get rid of it, but it's junk. The bottom end is all, the bearings are all bad, and it's so rusted, and I really don't use it, but it's my grandfather's. And the funniest thing is, I remember when he first had it, my father was reading the newspaper, and the local Agway had got robbed, and a bunch of equipment was stolen. And my father was thinking it was stolen, because my grandfather was a bootlegger. But he bought it. He had the receipt, supposedly. Alright, guys. You see what's going on here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Little Lucky stayed in the truck. She likes to sleep in there while I'm working. But see what's going on here, guys. There's a lot of work. I need a coffee break. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island.